Well, hello there. We've got a new set this time, and this is the Hoffman HF225. I can't remember when we bought this, but we wanted to see what it was like and all that, and there's one or two things. It seems to be a German supplier. It's a multi-norm FM set, and it's quite a, what you'd probably say, an entry model. But we were surprised at how well it worked when we actually started to look at it. So what we're going to do is we're going to open it up and we'll see what's actually inside it. Having opened it up, and it's a fiberglass double-sided board, so it's high quality. The only thing we can find is ML4601. Now, turning it over the normal way, and it's really nicely made. It's got a cover over the VCO there, so we shouldn't have microphony happening in the future. There only looks to be one control in the tune-up of the transmitter, and presumably this is the receiver section. And we did quickly look at this before, and my colleague here, Mark, ZX2.
Yeah, that's me.
Yes, that's you. He wanted one for a new car, which he'd purchased, or a new to him car anyway. We're not in that kind of money. And this seemed to tick the boxes, because it did the scan how you wanted it to do. There's nothing more frustrating when you're wanting to monitor the UK 40 channels. You put the setting to scan and then find it covers all 80 channels. And there's such inherent background noise on the CPT channels that you end up with S5 of background noise, and then your scan doesn't work how you want it to do. So this one seems to work how we wanted it to work. So let's see what it's got on the front before we go any further. It's got a channel 9 switch. AM and FM, does that switch it between UK? No, it doesn't, so that does nothing. I don't know if auto squelch is auto squelch or whether it's a preset squelch. And scan is there. On off volume and squelch and channel. And a relatively large display. So first thing we'll just do is see, when we press transmit, what we get on the test set. And the answer is 3.8 watts. We're just going to optimise this for the 2781 band. And the only adjustment I can spot on the transmitter is this coil here. I think we need to give that a bit of heat. There's nothing new there. Let's try that. Just give that a bit more heat. Last thing you want is a broken coil on your hands, especially on the new set. Yes, that's gone to 4 watts easily. So we'll now check the deviation, reaching for the small oscillator that we have here. It's not reading very well with the oscillator. I think we'll go straight for the whistle test. And it's not reading very well with the whistle test either. We'll go back to the oscillator. 1 kilohertz deviation. Now all the adjustments in this radio are nicely labelled. So the fact we don't have a circuit or any further information on it, the deviation is there. Right, now we'll go for the quick whistle test. See if we can get a little bit more. That's 2. Wallow. Yeah, that's done it. We've got that up to peaking at 2.4, which is fine. So that must have been very quiet on transmit with just 1 kilohertz of deviation. Now we need to just check its on frequency. 27.79143, which is just slightly high, but well within specification. I'll just drop that a fraction using the trimmer capacitor, which is just here next to the 10.24 reference crystal. Now whichever way I turn this, it'll be the wrong way. And there we have it, 27.79126. That will do nicely. So there's not really anything much more you can do. It doesn't look like the RF output relative meter, the bar graph display, is adjustable on this particular radio. And so all we've done is to adjust the coil there till we've got 4 watts. It's doing 3.9 out of the box, which is fine. We've had to bring the deviation up a bit, and we've put it on frequency. So that's all there was to it, really. What were your thoughts on this radio, Mark?
I think that's a nice set. I mean, it's similar to the front panel to the Teddy, but that seems to work better, and it does what you want it to do. The Teddy, if I remember, is
quirky on something? Yeah.
Quirky on a couple of things.
We must do that on the bench in the not too distant future as well.
Yeah, but no, that's a good, nice little set, that is.
Good. Well, with that we'll conclude the transmit side of this Hoffman HF225, and I'll join you on the receive side.